Good morning, YouTubians. It's Kermit's Ghost. You can call me Alan. It is Monday, the 22nd of September 2025. Now, actors whose birthday is today include Scott Baio. He is turning 65 years old. Remember him from Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi? It's also Tatiana Maslany, aka She-Hulk. Tatiana is turning 40 years old. Tom Felton, best known as Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter series, is 38 years young. And Bonnie Hunt is turning 64 years old. So happy birthday to all of those. It is a Blu-ray release day today, and there are a fair few big titles out. You've got 28 Years Later, it's getting a Blu-ray and a 4K release, as well as The Last of Us Season 2. Disney are releasing an animated feature called Elio today, and by the way, there should be a steelbook available for all those titles I just mentioned. And whether or not it will be in stock is another question that I will answer very soon, as I'm about to make my way up to the Brighton HMV store to film all the latest releases, grabbing myself a nice Costa coffee along the way. Not a sponsor. Anyway, time is marching on, but before I go, I've got a question to ask, and then I'll see you all very soon in HMV. So my question for you is this. As you're probably aware, this is the backdrop to my conclusion section of my video. Obviously, I filmed this in my movie library, and I do this for several reasons, namely because it's quieter to film, away from the family, plus it's where I have all my equipment set up, tripod, lights, cables, anything else I need. So the question I'm asking, would you prefer if I had the full shelves of Blu-rays behind me, or would you prefer the semi-empty shelves behind me? Makes no difference to me as I don't watch my channel, but I've heard some YouTubers say that it's almost vulgar to have a large display of titles behind you, so I'll leave it up to you. I can easily reposition the cinema chairs, but it's a one-time decision. So please leave your preference in the comments below and I will comply. Okay, before I head out, just wanted to show you something that was very kindly sent to me by AJ, a fellow YouTuber from the UK. He reached out and asked me if I'd like the slipcover to Elektra. Well, of course I did, and here it is. There's going to be a link in the description below to AJ's YouTube channel. Be sure to check him out. Slipcover is in mint condition, plus it's got the exclusive to HMV sticker on it. Plus it's got a different image to that of the Blu-ray cover. So all that's left for me to do is to close the Blu-ray case in its slipcover and to place it back on the shelf and to say, AJ, you, mate, are a star. On to new releases, and I'll start with Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later. This is a post-apocalyptic coming-of-age horror from this year. It's the third film in the trilogy, and it stars Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Alfie Williams, and Ralph Fiennes. Isn't a zombie movie, but a rage virus movie. This was written by Alex Garland, who wrote the first of the trilogy, 28 Days Later, and this Blu-ray is priced at $14.99. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the 4K. Elio next, a Disney Pixar animated movie from this year, about an 11-year-old boy who is mistakenly abducted by aliens, thinking that he's the ambassador of Earth. This note for Kate Mulgrew as a narrator at a museum which houses a Voyager 1 exhibit. Nice touch, Disney. The Blu-ray is priced at £14.99 and the 4K is priced at £24.99. This film comes with a PG certificate. Next is Nosferatu the Vampire from 1979, directed by Werner Herzog. This is an adaptation of the Bram Stoker's Dracula and is set in 1850 with Klaus Kinski in the lead role as the blood-sucking Count Dracula. You know the story, it's been told many times. This is put out by the BFI label, and there are 2 cuts to the movie on this release, and it comes with a commentary from the director himself. The Blu-ray is priced at £16.99 and the 4K is priced at £22.99. Next is Chucky, the complete TV series, and it is complete because the show has since been cancelled. There are 24 episodes in total, each around the 50-minute mark, and this is spread over 6 discs. In case you're unaware, it's a horror comedy about a possessed Chucky doll, and this serves as a sequel to The Cult of Chucky, which was the 7th movie in the franchise. This one is priced at £34.99. Derelict next from 101 Films. This is a drama from last year directed by Jonathan Zurin. It's about a woman whose father's death is haunting her and the man who killed him is about to be released from prison. This film carries an 18 certificate. It's got a runtime of 2 hours and 2 minutes and is priced at £14.99. Up the Junction next. This is a kitchen sink drama from 1968 from the Italian job director Peter Collinson. This is about a rich girl who by choice moves to a rundown part of London. She takes a factory job and starts a relationship with a working class young man. It stars Susie Kendall, Dennis Waterman, Maureen Lipman and Liz Fraser. This one is priced at £14.99. Magical Girl Sight Complete Collection next. This is about a young girl called Aya who is bullied at school and tormented by a brother at home. Then one day she sees an ad on the internet to make her magical, but it has deadly consequences. This has 12 episodes and is priced at £29.99. Ballerina next. This is the exclusive to HMV 4K limited edition steelbook, and very nice it is too. This is set in the John Wick universe and it's a story of a young girl who is raised to be a deadly assassin. It stars Anna de Armas, Ian McShane, Keanu Reeves and Angelica Houston. Carries a 15 certificate which you can easily peel off, and it is priced at £34.99. Suspicion Season 1 next. This is an Apple TV Plus TV series. There will be no Season 2 as the show has since been cancelled. It stars Uma Thurman as an American media mogul whose son is kidnapped. This aired between February and March 2022 and consists of 8 episodes. Expect to pay £24.99 for this 3-disc release. Tim Burton's Corpse's Bride on 4K next. This is a stop-motion animated fantasy musical from 2005. It's about Victor, who is taken to the afterlife to marry a corpse's bride. Problem is, he has a fiancée in the living world. Features the voice talents of Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, Emily Watson, Tracy Ullman, Joanna Lumley, Albert Finney and Christopher Lee. This one is priced at £19.99. Next is Thunderball on 4K. This is a spy film from 1965 with Sean Connery as James Bond, and this is the 4th movie in the series. This is the one where 007 has to find 2 NATO atomic bombs that have been stolen by Spectre. Their target, if not given 100 million in diamonds, is either Miami or London. This one is priced at £19.99. Diamonds Are Forever next on 4K. This is from 1971 and it sees Sean Connery back as the MI6 agent James Bond, who has gone up against the head of Spectre, known as Blofeld. And Blofeld is using diamonds to create a deadly laser satellite which he aims at an American nuclear weapons installation. This one is priced at £19.99. Goldfinger next on 4K. All these 007 slipcovers, by the way, are very high gloss, and this is the 3rd film in the series. It's from 1964, and this is the one with the Fort Knox heist, Odd Job with his deadly bowler hat, the gold-painted woman, and the laser that almost slices Bond in half. Great movie, and the first Bond to make over 100 million at the box office. This one is priced at £19.99. You Only Live Twice next on 4K. It's from 1967. It's the 5th film in the series, and this time Connery's Bond is trying to stop a world war as a spacecraft is hijacked from orbit and America is blaming the Soviet Union. Donald Pleasance is playing Blofeld in this movie, who is head of Spectre. This one is also priced at £19.99. From Russia with Love now on 4K. This is from 1963. It's the 2nd film in the series. I really should have shown these in order, but it's too late now. Sean Connery is going up against Blofeld. This is actually the first time we meet Blofeld, although you only see him from the waist down, and Eric Pullman provides the voice. This is, well, you guessed it, £19.99. Dr. No next on 4K, and this is the 1st film in the series. It's from 1962, and it sees Bond facing off against Dr. No, who is trying to scupper America's space program with his radio beam weapon. This also stars Ursula Andress in her iconic white bikini. This one is priced at £19.99. Aztec Batman Clash of the Empires next. This is an historical animated superhero movie from this year, and it sees a young Aztec boy in the guise of Batman when his father is murdered. This was in development for 3 years and it sounds very interesting. Now, alongside the Blu-ray, which is priced at £11.99, there is a 4K release, and that one is priced at £19.99. This film carries a 15 certificate. The Last of Us Season 2 is getting a release today, and this is a post-apocalyptic drama about the outbreak of a cordyceps infection that turns people into a zombie-like creature, and it ranges from clickers to bloaters. This is a great show, and it stars Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, Caitlin Dever, and Isabel Merced. The Blu-ray is priced at £29.99, and the 4K is priced at £39.99. This show carries a 15 certificate. So, titles I will be picking up today are 28 Years Later, Elio, and The Last of Us Season 2, but I will feature those in an upcoming video. Hey everybody, welcome back. As per usual, I'm going to be talking about 4 titles today, so quite a bit to get through, so let's crack on with it. Okay, first title to show you is Ballerina. This is an action thriller from this year, directed by Len Wiseman. His films include Underworld and its sequel, as well as a Live Free or Die Hard movie everybody loves, and the Total Recall remake. So how bad can this be? Well, it is part of the John Wick universe, and it sits story-wise between number 3 and 4, and it sees a young girl called Eve, played by Victoria Compt, witness her father's death. Her father was an assassin, so don't feel sorry for him, and Anna de Armas actually plays the older version of Eve. Anyway, now an orphan because her mother's also dead, who should turn up but none other than Winston Scott, manager of the Continental, who was played by the fantastic Ian McShane. And he takes her to the Roma, which is an assassination school which uses a ballerina school as their guise. That's all I'm going to say story-wise, but there is so much more going on in this film. It also stars a late Lance Reddick as the Continental's concierge. Now, you may remember Lance, he was Philip Boyles in that brilliant TV show Fringe. There's also Angelica Houston, the head of the Roma. In addition, you've got Norman Reedus as an assassin called Daniel Pine, and Gabriel Byrne as a chancellor, and of course, actually, Keanu Reeves, he pops up as John Wick. Now, in my humble opinion, I would say I enjoyed this a little bit more than John Wick 3 and 4. But that's me. It's got a runtime of 2 hours and 5 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside we have an image of Eve, played by Ana de Armas, on the disc. So that was Ballerina. Okay, next one to show you is Assault Path, and yes, I am fully aware of the controversy surrounding the validity of its true story claim. This is a biographical drama from last year directed by Marianne Elliott, her first feature film, and it stars Gillian Anderson and Jason Isaac as husband and wife. Moth, real name Timothy, and his wife Raina Wynn. Now, Moth is diagnosed with a terminal condition called corticobasal degeneration, which is a form of Parkinson's. Moth's got a few issues, one of which he drags his left leg when he walks, and to add to their burden, the pair have recently lost their house. So they decide for some bizarre reason to embark on a hike around the southwest coastal salt path of England, which is a 630-mile trek. And all they've got to survive on is a state benefit of £40 per week. And that's all I'm going to say story-wise, but in essence, this is a road movie with the occasional flashback thrown in for good measure. I thoroughly enjoyed this. The characters were engaging, the story and the scenery were a pleasure to watch. My wife hated it. But be warned, this is a very slow-paced film, but it's worth noting as well that the aspect ratio jumps around a 30-minute mark, and that was intentional to make the most of the landscapes. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 55 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside we have a plain white disc. So that was The Salt Path. Next one to show you is The Ritual. This is a horror film from this year that was co-written and directed by David Middle, and this, by the way, is based on actual events. Film opens up in 1928 in a small farming community in Iowa. You've got a young girl called Emma Schmidt, who's being played by Abigail Cohen, who is behaving out of character. She's violent, she's played by nightmares, and she's even speaking in a language that she has no knowledge of. And this is brought to the attention of Father Joseph Steiger, played by Dan Stevens, who has her brought to the church to investigate the situation, but Joseph isn't convinced that she's possessed by the devil. However, a second priest from the Capuchin religious order is asked to help, and that priest is Father Theophilus Rice Singer, being played by Al Pacino. Now, I won't say any more story-wise, but I will mention it also stars Patricia Heaton as Mother Superior. Patricia you may know from Everybody Loves Raymond, where she played the character Deborah Barone, and it also stars Patrick Fabian as a clergyman, and Patrick you will know from Better Call Saul. He played the character of Howard Hamlin. Film was very good in my opinion. I kind of like exorcism films, so I am a bit biased. Performances were believable and the picture quality was excellent. It's got a runtime 1 hour 38 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So that front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was The Ritual. Okay, next and last is Two-Way Stretch. This is a comedy heist film from 1960, released by Studio Canal and directed by Robert Day, who directed several Tarzan films throughout the same decade. This stars Peter Sellers as Dodger Lane. He is a very well-regarded inmate of a HM prison called Huntley. Dodger, Lenny the Dip, who's played by Bernard Cribbins, and Jelly, played by David Lodge, are all due to be released from prison. But with that in mind, they decide to carry out a heist with their being incarcerated serving as their alibi. I think they did the same storyline in Porridge. This is all orchestrated by a conman posing as a visiting vicar to the prison, and that vicar is Soapy Stevens, played by Wilfred Hyde White. Character actor, got a very impressive resume and a very distinctive voice as well. You'd know him if you saw him, or heard him for that matter. Now, all seems to be going straight forward, but the posting of a new chief warden called Kraut, who is a stickler for the rules and played by Lionel Jeffries, may put things in jeopardy. If you like these kind of films from this period, I'm sure you will enjoy this. The characters are very likeable and the story is fun. Also stars Irene Handel as one of the inmates' mothers, as well as Belle Reed and the lovely Liz Fraser. Now, picture quality on this is flawless. It's as if it's made today. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 27 minutes. Let's take a look inside. The cover and the slip cover have the same image, and that front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was Two-Way Stretch. So that was it. Have you seen any of those? Do you plan to pick them up or just want to leave a comment? Then do so down below. I will read every single one and I'll try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all I said to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.